Hello, I'm Joyce Woodworth. Welcome to the Spirit of Winona. Today we're at the Winona County Fair in St. Charles, Minnesota. Join me today and we're going to take a tour of the fair, talk to some of the presenters, and just have a great time.
Ragtime Annie.
The Winona County Fair is one of 14 fairs in District 1, or the southeast corner of Minnesota. Once a year, farmers from Winona County gather here to promote the agricultural industry, share ideas, meet old friends, be entertained, and especially inspire youth to carry on in caring for the animals of the future and maintaining and respecting the land that will continue to produce their livelihood.
These folks have been dedicated to the Winona County Fair for years and years and years, and last year was our privilege to crown them as the 2003 King and Queen. And as time goes on, it's now 2004, and we're back at the fair, and it's time to crown a new King and Queen. So these are the folks that are going to do it, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about our 2004 recipients. They're lifelong residents of Winona County, really narrows it down. They farmed many years and they're retired now. Their family has been in 4-H, in fact all their kids were in 4-H, and now many of their grandkids are. Their family is active in church, and you often see them at community activities. In fact, it would be rather unusual to see one without the other. My privilege to introduce to you the 2004 Winona County King and Queen, Leo and Mary Rocamp. You two have a seat and we're going to put the crowns on.
Now I know why the kids said we have to be here at 1:30.
Talk about a surprise. When you're retired, you're not supposed to have those timelines.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, congratulations.
I feel very honored.
Tell me what your names are, and then tell me what you're doing here today.
My name's Kiana, and we feed them, and we went here because my grandma and grandpa were getting crowned.
Oh, nice.
I'm Ethan, same as my sister, kind of. We're here because our grandma and grandpa are being crowned king and queen.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm here because my grandma and grandpa are being crowned king and queen.
Great. What do you think of the fair so far?
It's great.
It's one of a kind.
It's fun.
Wednesday, July 7th, opening day at the Winona County Fair, it was Mary Edelbeyer Day. Mary Edelbeyer is a longtime Winona County resident. She's married to Archine Lester Beyer, and they lived on the family farm for 37 years. It's a century farm. She has a long, long list of accomplishments.
I understand it was your day yesterday.
That's right.
Okay, well tell me about why they selected you.
Well, I was just really surprised when they called me, and then they said to me, could you please give us a short resume? So I started at my computer trying to figure out what am I going to put, and I went. I had a page and a half, and I still wasn't finished. But I love to volunteer, and I've been active in many things, starting probably at the age of 4 with ice skating in the ice shows and tap dancing on the State Theater and singing with Sweet Adelines for over 20 years. And at the Senior Center, I was secretary of the Activity Council for 4 years, so I started doing watercolor, and I also am a certified PACE teacher, and that's someone that teaches exercises for people with arthritis. So I do that at the Senior Center. I'm real active over there, and I'm on the bus committee over there. So You see me all. I'm a commissioner for historical preservation. I'm secretary of the Polish Heritage Society. I keep myself busy.
So if they choose you just for activity, you'd win.
Right.
In 1976, the Winona County Fair Board began honoring people who have somehow contributed much in serving the fair or Winona County. 5 people are chosen each year from all walks of life, and after being honored with their day at the fair, they remain honored in the Hall of Fame. Here we are in the Hall of Fame, and you won't believe, look who I found as one of the Hall of Famers, our own Wayne Valentine.
Our next Hall of Fame recipient is here, I know that well. Joe Bamanek is a lifelong Winona County resident, and he's a retired firefighter. He has lots of interests. They include the county fair, agriculture, working with people. He's a father that's greatly appreciated by my sister Linda and myself. At this time, I am proud and privileged to present Joe Bamanek as a member of the Hall of Fame at the Winona County Fair.
Wow. I didn't realize I knew this many people. I'm in pretty elite company right now. And if I could talk like this fella right here, I would say more. Thank you to everybody.
This is Joe Bamanek, who was chosen for the Hall of Fame here at the County Fair. Hi, Joe. And now I understand this was your day.
This is my day at the county fair, and I ordered this weather for today.
You really lucked out, didn't you?
I guess so. Somebody knows me up there.
Well, tell me what it's like for you to be the man of the day.
Well, it's different, I'll tell you that. When they told me about it, I just kind of thought, what did I do to deserve this, you know? But there's a lot of people more knowledgeable than myself that did the picking, and I just sit back and relax and enjoy it and thank them very much.
What kind of activities do you do that made them point to you?
Well, I do a lot of activities outdoors, but I do have a booth here at the fair, and I have had one here for about 15 years now, and enjoy the fair all the way around. And I'm known pretty well throughout the county. I do a lot of hunting, fishing, and trapping in the county, and I take a lot of youngsters out fishing.
Excellent. And I know you raise some beautiful pumpkins, because I always buy my pumpkins from you.
Yeah, we do have a lot of pumpkins and produce, but my son is taking care of that pretty much right now. I'm getting a little old for that.
How's everyone treating you here today?
Very well, very well.
Okay.
It's and the weather helps because everybody's got a smile on their face now.
The county fair is a great place for young and old alike, and the organizers make sure there is plenty of activities for both. Children's natural love of animals is nurtured here, where they can ride ponies for the first time.
Wave at Grandma. Hey, Grandma. No, you're not going to fall off. You're fine. These are nice, tame horses.
How
How do you like it?
I like it good.
Lexi, how do you like it? Good.
I'm a fun
Children can also get a close-up look at a good variety of all kinds of animals at the Exotic Petting Zoo. This is Kevin Vogel, who is the owner of all these animals in the exotic pet area. Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
tell me about this. Do you travel around from county fair to county fair? Tell me about your animals.
We travel around quite a bit. We do a lot of city events, county fairs. You know, 'tis the season now for the county fairs and stuff, so we'll be at a lot of county fairs. And we have a lot of different unique animals that we try to provide with the county fairs, and such as Popcorn right here.
He really is exotic. I've never seen him before. Tell me who he is and where he's from.
Popcorn is actually he's a male binturong, and they are from Southeast Asia and the Philippines. They have a prehensile tail like a monkey, but they do not swing from trees. But you can see how they'll wrap around and grab stuff. They're actually a member of the civet family, and that's the way he got his name, Popcorn, because they have a scent that smells like buttery popcorn. And so that's why we call him Popcorn.
And he loves bananas.
He loves bananas. He'll about do anything for a banana.
Tell me, what happens to these animals when you take them home? What's going to happen to this guy?
Popcorn, well, he's got a girlfriend at home right now, so I'm just waiting for him to fall in love. And we've got a large pasture and pens and a new modern facility at home and everything, so everything's well taken care of once we get home from the shows and stuff.
How many animals do you have?
We have about 35 different species. Some we have a lot of, some we only have a few of, but about 35 different types of animals.
Now, and here you have a really good variety of baby animals. Tell me who you all have in here and what kind of animals they are.
We have a pretty good selection here. We've got a baby camel here that's about 3 months old. We have baby gemsbuck. It's probably the only place that you'll ever see gemsbuck in an exotic situation like this, because nobody has them up here in the northern states. We've got parrots, we've got Patagonian cavies, we've got baby doll sheep and llamas, and it's just a real nice selection. We've got some real large tortoises.
What's a gemsbuck?
A gemsbuck?
Yeah.
It's an African antelope. They're from from the southern and northern parts of Africa. They're just beautiful. They're actually a member of the oryx family.
How do you manage to get these animals?
These are all captive bred here in the United States. All these animals come from other game farms and private collections, all from federally licensed facilities and stuff. And we've been in it long enough, we know enough breeders and enough people that we have a pretty good source of animals.
And they're absolutely beautiful. Looks like you take great care of them.
We do. We take excellent care of them. My wife takes better care of the animals than she does me. So.
He bites me. That's mean.
Doesn't it hurt?
Not really, but it kind of does. Go like this. Pony. 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 Cheers. Well, they don't bite, so I just kind of nibble.
Oh, what a time I had with Minnie the mermaid down at the bottom of the sea. I forgot my troubles there amongst the bubbles. Gee, but she was awfully good to me. And every night when the starfish came out, I'd hug and kiss.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Nancy Mitchell and her husband Jack, the Mitchell Marionettes.
Thanks for watching the Showboat Marionettes, and here comes Pinocchio.
Can you rub noses with him with your nose? Can you give him a big kiss?
And husband.
Oh, he likes that. Oh, and nose rubs too, huh? Okay, look right into his eyes.
We went
for a
into
little
it.
staring contest.
Some of our stuff. No, that's okay.
Oh,
you one. So he has to give you a background. Okay, we're going to make him feel comfortable. Stay right here with you. Okay. Pinocchio little background. Oh, he likes that. Okay. Oh, he's going to tell you a little secret. But remember, you have to use your imagination to know what he says. Can you give him a little kiss on his cheek? Oh, that's nice.
This is Nancy Mitchell, who presents this wonderful, wonderful puppet show. Tell me how long you've been doing this, and tell me about it a little bit.
Well, my parents actually started the Mitchell Marionettes long before I was born. They started doing shows together in high school, and so by the time I came along, it was a family side business. And by the time I was 7, I was backstage, and my dad taught me ventriloquism. And so I was hooked right from then on.
Stand on your head on the post of a bed. Can you sleep on the back of a book? Can you read? Can you write? Can you figure? Can you casually take off your head? Well, on that I can't manage, not quite. But please, Mr. Clown, let's not fight. Puppets are people with strings.
We do make all the puppets. I have made about 200 of the puppets. I made Pinocchio that was just out here, and several of them. And we still use some that my folks made. Altogether, we have about 1,000 puppets. A couple of the puppets in the show are as old as I am.
Tell me how many fairs you present at and how many other types of organizations like that you present at.
Well, for about 6 months of the year, we are on the road full-time doing fairs all over the United States. We will be in Minnesota for the month of July. When we leave here, we'll be going to do the Ramsey County Fair up by St. Paul, and then in Faribault, the Rice County Fair. After that, we go to do the New Jersey State Fair, then one in upstate New York. We'll be in Arizona, Texas, and Florida before we end shortly before Thanksgiving.
Excellent. You must be having a ball.
We are. We love it.
Did you like the puppets? Yeah. Which one did you like? Did you like Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Okay. What animals have you seen?
I see animals.
Animals. Which one do you like?
I like cows.
The cows? What do the cows do?
They moo.
My name is Amanda Hargett.
Hi, Amanda. Now tell me about your cows. You have a little baby and a big one.
Yes, I show a cow-calf pair. It's a simmental, and the cow is 3 years old, and the calf was born in April, and it's a little bull calf.
And how long have you been showing animals at a fair?
I have been showing since 2nd grade.
Okay.
And it's been a blast. I love it. And I mean, it's just all hanging out with all these people and getting to know a whole bunch of new people. It's a great experience for everyone.
Hi, Aaron. Aaron, now tell me, I understand this is your cow right here. Yeah. What's his name?
It's a girl, and her name is Wheatland.
Wheatland? Yeah. Okay, hi there, Wheatland. So tell me, was Wheatland a winner for you today?
Yep.
What did you win?
I won a ribbon.
He's kind of a big cow. How do you take care of such a big animal?
I just comb every night and I just water her and do her legs, take her back and leave her there.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. You have a good time and good luck with your cow.
Okay. I'm Angela Kaler from St. Charles.
Hi, Angela. Tell me what it's like for you working in the fair and working with your cows.
I love showing cattle. This is a purebred shorthorn heifer. I continue to grow the cattle with my family and show the cattle from fairs to cattle shows state to nationwide.
Fabulous. Now tell me what's special about this little guy.
Well, we have a little niece in the family, and she has pretty much adopted this calf. We show the cow calf at the shows wherever we go, and this calf is pretty much hers, marked hers as Me Baby.
So is that his name, Me Baby?
Me Baby. That's what she says anyways.
Great. It sounds like you're having a wonderful time.
We have a lot of fun every show we go to, and we have a big cattle family which consists of over 5 different families. So we get along great.
I'm Frank Kaler, and I live here in St. Charles. We have a farm right north of town.
Excellent,
And,
Frank.
we run Kaler's Homedale Farms. We raise purebred breeding stock and future showmen, I guess, the way it looks here today.
Looks like you have quite a bevy of showmen in your family. How many are there?
Well, it's not only just my kids, but we have several families that live in town, and their kids come out and show cattle, and some of them bought cattle now. And so every night at our farm, there's usually between 7 and 11 kids that show up, and quite often the parents, to work with their stock and their projects that they have for 4-H.
So now you're the main father of all of them, and have you been teaching them how to show the animals for a lot of years?
Oh, yeah, well, my kids grew up with it. And the other families that came out to work with the cattle and to show the boy that had the champion heifer today, they brought breeding stock from us, and so they travel with us and show. And they moved from town out to the farm 6 or 7 years ago, and now they're involved in the cattle industry. And the girl that won senior showmanship, she lives in town. Her dad lives in town and works here, and his mother works at the clinic. And so now they own that heifer and some other cattle, so they're very much involved. And they travel with us. We'll go through national shows, and it's really a great experience.
Sounds like it. Tell me what some of the activities are to make it a great experience for them.
Well, first, these kids learn that they're responsible for what they get done, and they find that the harder they work, the luckier they get. You know, one of those programs, and the kids motivate each other, which is great innovation for me. I really enjoy that. But wherever we go, we meet, see old friends and get to meet new people. We see a lot of the country. It's just a real good feeling and a good set of people. I tell people that you can buy your kids a calf or a car or a snowmobile or a motorcycle or boat or you don't have to buy them anything at all. But whatever you get them, they associate with those same kids for the whole year. Not full time, but the whole year. And we would dare anybody to find a project that would associate with a better set of kids than you saw a show here at this county fair today. It's a great lifetime experience. And they also learn that when they win, they act like maybe they'll get to do it again. And when they lose, they act like they're going to try a little harder next time. Great experiences that I'm sure you could see generated here today.
Let's give them a big round of applause. When you're talking about dairy beef showmanship, you have people with varying backgrounds because you have some people that come from the beef areas and some people that come from the dairy area. And they done a very nice job of presenting their animals today. For my champion showman, it's going to be the young man in the middle of the ring.
Well, Brady, tell me about winning. You won in 2 categories, in the pig and the cow. What exactly did you win for?
I won showmanship, which is probably, it helps you understand what the most qualities are in 4-H. It's not just about winning all the time, it's about showing your animal and knowing the most about the animal and the industry that it's in.
What did you have to do to prepare the 2 animals?
I had to wash them both. I clipped the steer's head and his neck to blend it in with the rest of his body. I body clipped the pig so that she looked cleaner and slicker. And I fed them enough feed so that they would gain a good rate of gain and still look very compatible and lean.
Now, do you have a personal attachment to the 2 animals, and what are their names?
I don't have any personal attachment to any of them. The pig is probably, I enjoy pigs the most. They're my favorite project. They're the easiest to take care of as far as I'm concerned. And she really doesn't have a name either.
Now, what happens to the animals at this point?
At this point, I could either choose to take my swine up to the state fair for that trip, or else I could take my dairy steer, which I want to trip also. I have till tonight and tomorrow to choose, and whichever I choose goes up, and the other one will stay home, and we will compete at other shows also.
This is Heidi Allen, who is the president of the local 4-H group. Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
Now, I understand the name of yours is Little Valley Victors.
Yep.
And you're the president. How many members do you have?
We have about probably 30 to 40 members. There is people that compete in non-livestock and livestock. I show livestock, I show cattle and pigs. And there's other non-livestock things you can be involved in, from gardening to sewing to crops. Just anything you have interest in, you can pretty much find in 4-H. You can start as young as you want. You are considered a clover bud when you are very small. Like once you hit 2nd grade, you become
a 4-H member officially, and you can show in 4-H until 1 year after high school, and then from there, you're done.
You have a special attachment to Isabel?
Yeah, I have shown her. I actually took her to the National Livestock Show in Denver in January, so I've been working with her since December. So by now she's a baby. She's very, very calm and very used to people. I prepared her this morning I was here by 5:30, and we washed all of them, and we just comb them and take care of them throughout the week and make sure they're all ready for the show. You have to make sure they're clean and just look presentable. I just got back from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, which was the National Shorthorn Show, and she did very well out there. She was 4th out of 14, so I was very pleased with that.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chicken crow for midnight, chicken crow for day. Long coming out, and throw that chicken away. Crow like chicken and crow for day. Crow like chicken and fly away. Crow like chicken and crow for day. I love chicken pie. Now if I had a big frame house, 18 stories high, every room in that house be filled with chicken pie. Crow like chicken and crow for day. Crow like chicken and fly away. Crow like chicken and crow for day. I love chicken pie.
Mine are the white Polish ones with white heads.
What do you have to do to get these ready for the fair?
Well, we usually just play with them every day and feed them and water them, and then when the fair comes, we give them a bath the day before, and then we dry them out and just take them and make sure we have feed dishes. Every year I've been waiting for it. I just got done showing a dairy steer, and I couldn't go to sleep last night. I was so nervous. So.
Did you win something?
I got second place, and I got a blue ribbon and award of merit.
Great. Now tell me what your name is.
Levi Brown.
Chicken crow for midnight, chicken crow for day. Long come a fork, knock that chicken away. Crow like chicken and crow for day. Crow like
Now,
chicken and
have I
fly
got
away.
it?
Crow like chicken and
Sure,
crow
I'll
for day.
try it.
I love chicken
Sure,
pie.
I'll try it. Why not?
Crow like chicken and crow for day. Crow like chicken and fly away. Crow like chicken and crow for day. I love chicken pie.
This has been Joyce Woodworth at the Winona County Fair. We've had a terrific time today. We've seen some wonderful animals, talked to some great kids, and seen a lot of exciting activities. And now I think it's time to go on the kamikaze. Thanks for joining me. Please join me again next week. Till then, enjoy the Spirit of Winona.